This is an interesting video. Why do people like giving and receiving pain? Not everybody. Well, maybe. Maybe some more like giving, maybe some more like receiving. And it's an interesting subject I can definitely relate to. I'm going to be a little bit personal here and give away some things I'm not very proud of, but I want to be as open and authentic in this video as possible. When I was small, I'll start with giving pain, okay? When I was smaller, maybe about 6, I remember a friend family had a little baby girl. She was like 2 years old or something, or 1.5 or something. I went shopping with them. We were in the mall, and I was there with a girl, and for some reason I squeezed her arm. I squeezed her arm till she started crying and stuff. And I knew she couldn't tell her dad. So he's like, "What happened?" And I was like, "I don't know," and stuff. I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I enjoyed it. It brought me pleasure. I did it twice. 2 times I remember. And after, when I got home, or maybe it was then, I got a huge sense of shame that I did something bad. I felt really bad, I remember. And I went, prayed in my bed, like, "God, forgive me for what I did." But in that moment, it was such a big pleasure to me. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I think many people can relate. The same thing with a lens and a fly. I remember when I learned how to use the sun lens, and I went to flies or insects, and I burnt a couple. I went with a friend. He showed me how it works and how to do it, and he was like, "It's the coolest thing." And the first instinct when I saw him doing it, I was like, "That's me," and stuff. He was like, "Just try it." And I did it, and I saw the smoke coming out, and it started burning, and I could smell it, and I felt this sort of like ecstasy feeling. I don't really know, this exhilaration, this adrenaline. And that's happened in a couple things. Thankfully, to my upbringing, my parents taught me a very clear understanding of right and wrong. So that ended pretty quickly. But later on, growing up, I learned there's other ways of hurting people, not just physical. I always felt a big sense of, I felt condemned when I was doing that, or a big sense of guilt. But it's such an interesting concept that we take pleasure in causing pain for something else, no? I don't have any specific point with this. I'd actually be very interested in reading the comments, what you guys think or what you guys have to say about it, because it's been something that I've tripped out on many times. And receiving pain. I remember my first girlfriend, now you guys are gonna laugh your ass off, when I was 6, from about 6 to 11, I had the same girlfriend. And I remember when she would like, we'd be fooling around already since we were younger. When we'd have sleepovers or pajama parties, I'd touch her down there, she'd touch me, we'd sleep naked, we'd make out and stuff. We'd even try what the adults would do and stuff, what we knew that they would do. And yeah, it's weird, I know. And I remember there might be sleepover parties where there was some other boys or girls. And I remember she would be kissing another girl and stuff. And that would hurt me. It would give me a feeling of jealousy. But believe it or not, I felt a touch of pleasure from that. I felt this sort of victimhood. I felt this victimhood that was like, "Oh, poor me," you know? And it made me feel like some hero. It's so weird. It's so ridiculous. I know it sounds freaking weird and stuff. Or maybe like seeing another boy or stuff. And yeah, weird. Kitty orgies. I know, friggin' weird. But that went on further in life, believe it or not. I remember when I was working, I'd literally work myself half to death. I'd stay overtime. I grew very quickly in work because I was a workaholic, but I'd work till my back was slowly breaking, carrying tables up the stairs, maybe when I was working in a hotel, till the point that it hurt, and I got this sadistic mentality. I felt like a hero carrying my cross, my burden, you know? I felt like a victim, and it felt good. I remember when I got cheated on the first time. It sucked, but it also felt good. It felt good, that sort of poor me feeling. Maybe I'm just a weirdo and stuff, but. And yeah, I remember when I was with a girlfriend, which wasn't very healthy at all. She was quite abusive and stuff, slightly physically, but definitely mentally, emotionally, manipulative, gaslighting. And I hated it so bad. It felt like shit the time with her. But there was a pleasure behind it. There was something about it that I enjoyed. Always that victim sort of feeling and stuff. That girl ended up also cheating on me, and I forgave her because I was very blue pilled back then. I would just eat all the bullshit and the lies. Eventually we ended up breaking up in such a terrible breakup. It was disgusting, and I'm so glad I'm done with that relationship. But believe it or not, I remember when that relationship ended, that ended for me. I was like, I hate feeling bad. I hate it. I do not want to feel so shit, because it got so bad, the feeling shit, that it became way too much. It became just way too much. But it's an interesting concept that we can take pain, we can take pleasure in receiving or giving pain and stuff, is it not? I think people have this dual side of being very good and wanting to be so good for everybody else in the world and save the world and sacrifice ourselves for others. And we have another side where we just want to destroy the world and cause pain to others and stuff. And it's very important, I believe, to learn to control these things and to control ourselves. But I just wanted to speak on this subject, and I'm very interested in what experiences you guys might have. You guys might have to share. But yeah, that's my little rant on giving pain or receiving pain. And I wonder what it stems from. I really do. Bye.